Extra, extra! Read all about it. 3 local idiots form podcast.
Hey, all you out there in podcast land. Are you bored? Maybe you're sitting in traffic? Or maybe you're toiling away behind your desk at that dead-end job you just can't fucking stand anymore. Have I got a solution for you? Why not mosey on over to that search bar at the top of your favorite podcast app? Don't worry, I'll wait. Type in Old Men Yell at Cloud, a podcast where 3 unqualified musicians rifle through their vinyl collections and discuss their unwarranted opinions for everyone to enjoy or not enjoy. Check it out on the Zero Science Podcast Network.
Be cool, Daddy-O. Because hell is a musical, hell is a musical. Musical, hell. Stuck with Travolta and other people that you hate, but you have to do it anyway. Stuck in musical hell. With Lilz and Scott.
All right, good recording with y'all.
That was great. Okay, good game, everybody. Time to go home.
Nice
time to go to Pizza Hut.
I appreciate it. Oh my God, yes! Legit have been craving Pizza Hut. I'm sorry, I'll stop with Pizza Hut. You're wrong. You and Jeremy are wrong.
Oh, Jeremy agrees with me. Good. Okay, so I'm not wrong.
You both have fucked up tum-tums.
No. It's just that Pizza Hut is not good. But
Maggie, you and I are like the same person because I love Pizza Hut. Haley hates it.
I did not grow up with Pizza Hut. We just didn't have it. It was nowhere to be found.
You only had that one pizza place that's everywhere in your town. What's that one?
Four Brothers.
Four Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Four Brothers.
Oh, man, Mark Wahlberg's pizza place? What if there were 4 brothers?
Only.
Tyrese and Andre Benjamin and that other guy.
I don't know if this is going to be like a big gotcha moment or something, or like a big dramatic musical sting. I have literally never had Pizza Hut.
And that is good.
I really want someone to insert that music.
Please be a purist.
Anyways, hello and welcome to Hell is a Musical, where the road to hell is paved with choreographed and razzmatazz intentions. I'm Scott.
I like pizza.
And that's Lilz. And she's a happy lady because she actually enjoyed a musical for once.
Yeah, not after last week where I basically fell into an abyss of mediocrity and horror. Last month. That's how bad Mamma Mia was for me. Time ceased.
Mamma Mia?
Oh.
Good old Mamma Mia.
Braver than me. Never watched that movie.
But you don't,
and you should not. You absolutely should not.
Did you not listen to the episode where Pierce Brosnan singing opened up our episode with "We're Your Girl"?
Not yet, but
that's how he sings.
You do the hard work, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like when I listened to your Greatest Showman episode, and I was like, oh God, wow, ooh, ripperoni.
So, Lilz, do you want to introduce our guest?
Oh, yeah, we got Ash and Mags from Rock Candy.
Yo, DJ, pop this party. Why waste your time? You know you gotta be mine. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be a bitch to edit already.
Just know the listener knows I did not cue them to do that. They did that entirely of their own volition.
So the listener knows we are always cued to do that.
Yeah, our listeners know.
They are down.
Now I'm just waiting for them to be like, "'Cause it's the rhythm of the night." Oh, night.
Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the night. We could do this all fucking night.
You want to do Mr. Vane? We can do Mr. Vane.
But could you do this another night?
Yes.
Another dream.
Another dream. I'd always dream. It's like a vision of love that seems to be true. Another night, another dream that I always dream. In the night, I dream of love so true.
I always thought that band that's Getaway, right?
I don't know, baby.
Because I always thought that it was Aqua, like they ended up becoming Aqua.
No, it's the real McCoy.
The real McCoy.
Getaway goes, Get away.
No,
get
you're thinking Runaway.
Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away if you want to survive.
We could just
Time
do this.
to break free. Oh. Okay. Sorry.
So when I was younger, like maybe you've like experienced this too, since you were also Chelmsford child, Scott. But like, I forget which school it was. It was like some elementary school that was like always putting on just like little fundraisers at Skate 3, the little roller kingdom sort of.
That was my elementary
over
school.
in Tewksbury.
Yeah.
Not Tewksbury, Tingsboro.
That's not
And-
there anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Tewksbury's not there anymore.
Tewksbury vanished. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. No, but Skate.
Oh wow.
No, Skate 3 is not there anymore. I don't think. I think.
It's not?
Yeah, I think it closed down because of COVID.
Huh.
A lot of roller
that's cool.
rinks closed down because of COVID-19.
Wow,
Ours
what
didn't.
a shocker.
Because I'm the
like-
asshole who keeps, I'm like, I'll wear 30 masks. I want to roller skate.
But like, I distinctly remember hearing that and being too young to understand the lyrics, and legitimately thinking that lyric was "Run away if you don't want to die."
my worst
Close
memory.
enough.
My
well,
worst
those
memory.
are the lyrics now.
My worst memory of Roller Kingdom is that Not Another Dream was playing, and this guy who did not know how to stop on roller skates was like plowing through all these kids, and he lifted me up over his head. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
Wow.
not okay.
That's not how you do things.
Yeah, and then they had to kick that guy out because apparently, shocking, you can't lift a child that is not your child over your head.
No.
You don't say.
And the worst part is that Circle of Life was not playing while he did it.
I appreciate the spectacle, but like, don't touch a child. That's not like
Just don't touch
when
kids.
Just
You
don't
never touch a
kids.
kid. You have a baby? Don't touch it. Slide right out of your
Never touch
vagina.
a child.
That's the lesson of today's episode. Never touch a child.
So we're almost 10 minutes into this episode, and we didn't even tell what we
Yeah.
watched.
I think that's because Ashley really doesn't want to talk about it.
I don't, but that's okay.
I
Or
think
maybe it
Lilz
could
may
be-
have met her match with
Could it
hating
be because-
musicals.
Could it be because that we're all on drug?
No.
Yes. Oh.
We're
Yes?
under the influence of something, I guess.
Yeah, right? Are we not all... I thought we were all taking brownies before this. Were we
No.
not doing that? Did y'all not get the brownies I sent you?
No.
Eat the
I-
brownie. Eat
I'm-
the
I'm-
brownie.
Brownie.
I'm the narrator here.
Ah, yes. So you're just coming all over.
You're Alan Cumming everywhere.
Well, so we watched Reefer Madness, the movie musical, which is a show that I was in.
I was not in it, but we did it in my college. It was my senior year, and everyone I knew and lived with was in it or involved in some way. So in some ways, I was in Reefer Madness because I know entirely way too much about this musical. Also, it has really weird connections to my ex-husband, but it's also fine because me and my ex-husband get along fine. So, yeah. There's a lot there.
That's
There's
good.
a lot with this movie for me.
I feel.
Oh yeah, I can tell this has multitudes.
I feel like every Halloween we're just gonna pick a musical that I was in because last year with Little Shop, Lilz, she guessed
yeah.
the wrong character that I played.
Can I guess the character that you're in Reefer Madness?
Yeah.
The
Is
narrator.
it Mr. Mushnick?
Fuck you.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I thought of that on the way home from work.
Like, who was Scott? It's all just a
But
big
no,
vanity.
who were you in Reefer Madness?
Do you want to guess?
Musical? Okay. Were you Steven Weber's character,
No.
the pusher?
See, I assumed you were the narrator.
I was
figured
the
Alan
narrator.
Cummings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to be Jimmy, but
Oh, I could tell. Like, Jimmy is a close second, but I was like, nah, he got shafted and ended up being the narrator. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can see the bitterness in your eyes.
because the person who so this was a charity thing when I lived in New York. This was a charity thing because I was friends with these actors who weren't equity and they weren't in the SAG equivalent of Broadway performers. I was friends with the Off-Broadway
Bag.
people.
oh, I was thinking bag too. Are they bag people?
I don't think so, but they were doing a charity thing because, they weren't famous
Are they
enough
bag
for
people?
I think,
Are they bag people might very well be the title of this episode.
well, they were actors fighting against Mothra, or I'm joking.
Oh, I was like, that was never a legit thing in New York, was it?
No,
I'm sure it was.
Mothra is
Scott, were you friends with kaijus?
Yes, I was. It was me and a
need
bunch
to
of
be
kaijus
honest.
doing this movie musical adaptation. No, it was me and people who ended up becoming Broadway stars later in life. But the person who got Jimmy, because it was just a live reading. We did it for 3 nights on a weekend. And the person who played Jimmy is now kind of famous.
Oh, well.
Broadway,
all right, that makes
Broadway
sense.
wise.
I don't know. Broadway-wise is getting to be like almost B-list in some fucking circles.
I mean, it's kind of just like the guy who played Jimmy in the movie.
Nev Campbell's brother?
He's only famous because he's Nev Campbell's brother.
Yeah.
Well, that was... Anyone wondering why Nev Campbell was in this movie?
Which is exactly what we were doing.
Where I'm IMDb being like a motherfucker.
The
I'm like,
whole
hold on.
The whole dance sequence, we were like, why Nev Campbell?
Well, now I've had this question for like 15. No, yeah. Oh my God, I've had this question for over 15 years. Oh, I'm old.
Why is your hand turning into sand?
Oh no, my time's run out. No,
it's like that horror story where the girl takes her necklace off and her head falls off. Remember that horror story?
It's pretty much me.
She takes the scarf off and there's a tattoo that says Juggalo Life.
I would have a scarf sewed onto my neck so no one ever saw that. No, when we were getting ready to do the musical, again, like, I basically was in it without being in it. And they were watching the movie a whole bunch, and we got the DVD. And on the DVD, like, also, like, it's starring Nev Campbell and, like, this big bubble on the front. And it's like, she's in a number. A single number, and they made a bigger deal about her than her brother, who is the actual star of the movie.
So, Showtime.
Yeah, I was actually just asking Scott about this before you guys logged on, because like I have the Wikipedia article for it open, and there's a picture of the DVD cover, and off in the corner there's just like a picture of Nev Campbell's character looking sultry and like showing off some side boob, and it's like that never happened in the movie.
No,
ever.
No, never.
So. She was in this.
Not a single side boob.
I demand more side boob out of my musicals.
Have you seen Chicago?
Yeah, no, I didn't like the movie. Fight me.
I actually like the movie.
I would, again, because I was actually stage managing Chicago at the time of my college, and so we watched the movie, and I was like, I like this so much. I like the musical. I have a tendency to not like musical movies that much, because I'd rather just watch the fucking musical. Because for me, I feel like musicals don't translate well to film, because I think it does look weird. But for some reason, if I see it on stage, I don't think it looks weird.
Well, so the reason why Nev Campbell is in this is because she basically got this made. Showtime was like, oh, we know that your brother did the original cast of Reefer Madness. We're going to make it into a movie. And they're like, we want you to play Sally. And she's like, but my brother is playing Jimmy. And they're like, oh, well, then you can play Mary Lane. And they're like, once again, my brother is playing. So they're like, well, we already casted Ana Gasteyer, who is fucking amazing in this.
Oh yeah, she's big MVP in this production.
Yeah.
Even though I have some issues with her character in general.
I have some issues with the dynamic between her character and Steven Weber.
I know it's supposed to be making fun of domestic violence, but it's dated.
Yeah.
It does not age well, I feel.
Because that's how it is in the original Reefer Madness. And
right. No, it totally, like, I'm forgiving it because I understand, like, it's from, like, the late 90s, early aughts. So it's like, that was kind of our humor. Was it just straight 2005? All right. Anyway, I was thinking of the original Broadway.
The original bridge,
original Bridgeways.
1998 was the original Off-Broadway show.
But regardless, like, that was just the humor for that subject matter at that time. Like, I think that's how they handled it. And now I'm like, that doesn't read as well anymore. Like,
yeah, violence and hair gel and hair for Cameron Diaz. That was the 90s comedy.
Oh my God, yes. And then like the racist humor where I know they're trying to make fun of racism, but I feel like the people of color were not in on the joke. And so it didn't age well, that's all. But those are just little nitpicky things.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's still worth bringing up, though.
Yeah.
Like, if it makes me uncomfortable now to watch it, there's a lot of things I have that with that now where I'm like,
Yeah.
that makes me feel weird.
I think it's a little bit more than just nitpicky. It's like, this really needs to be like
Updated.
just taken out or updated
Just
or
updated.
something, because it's a real record scratch when it happens.
Well, I remember when we did the musical and the director made the choice, instead of in the number for the stuff, when she shouts out the window, what's his name? When Jack comes home and rapes me!
Yeah.
He actually had the woman playing, what's her tits? Whose name I can't remember now. May, to scream out the window, or not even scream, just like, when Jack comes home and rapes me. And I'm like, that
makes it even
that
worse.
made it worse.
Almost.
You made it worse. And I'm like,
Yeah, that severely changes the tone of the whole number
no.
right there.
And I
Really, you
get,
made
like,
it
maybe-
sad.
yeah. And like, it is sad.
That takes you right out of it.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh. And I said, I'm like, I don't know if that's a great idea. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, all right. It's your life.
Okay,
It's now or never.
That's that door.
I don't want to live forever. Sorry.
You're fame, I guess.
So, would either of you want to give us a quick synopsis about what this movie musical is about?
Wait, which
For
one
our
of
friend-
any of us?
Well, you're the guest, so.
Oh, do we do that? Ashley, I would love to
No.
hear your synopsis.
No, you do it.
Ashley's like, a fuck boy is,
I don't
A
even
fuck boy
think I
does
could
fuck boy
give,
things.
I will
don't
say
know,
there were
there's,
definite
like-
parts where Ashley's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, it's a musical.
Have you ever seen a musical on weed? Or just on fucking coke? Because
This was definitely more coke than we. Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
So Reefer Madness is a musical movie that is a satire of the 1930 whatever.
36.
Thank you. The 1936 film, Tell Your Children. And it was about, like, reefer and how it's bad for the kids. And, oh, my God, you need to watch out. And, like, it's going to turn them into Satan and they're going to want butt sex now. Pretty much. I watched it a long time ago and I was very high. So I don't actually really remember what it was about besides
Lilz,
weed's bad.
I think you're going to have to make the tagline "Tell Your Children" because they're going to want to have butt sex.
Yeah.
They're gonna. That's what weed does.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a lot to choose from this time around.
Yay!
I have not seen the musical or the movie musical prior to this. I had seen the original propaganda film as a riff tracks performance.
Oh, I should watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I believe it. But yeah, it follows a kid named Jimmy, and he's a real good 50s kid. I don't know what decade this was supposed
no
to be.
idea what
1939.
this is supposed to be. But like,
Supposed-
was it? 'Cause,
It's supposed to be like right before World War II because FDR comes and visits.
Yeah, but some of
Right,
it
and
felt
that's
very
what-
50s.
That's what completely
Yeah.
confused me, because I was like, what president? What? Because like he's in a wheelchair, so like FDR, but like this totally takes place in the 50s, right? But the original is the 30s. I'm
It's
so
the late
confused.
30s, and there's also a very clearly 50s soda fountain going on.
Very clearly,
Well,
and very
30s
clearly
is the new 50s.
fashion.
I don't know. I would take presidents in wheelchairs for 800, Alex. I just like, I don't know what other president. You're right. What other presidents were in wheelchairs? I don't know.
President Charles Xavier. Thank you very much.
I wish.
I was literally about to make that joke.
Well, you snooze, you lose, baby.
And then it's a bunch of that. It's a bunch of Scott doing that I don't know what
Shtick?
what you would call it. That shtick. I mean, it's a shtick, but like that like I'm a bad
I
guy.
mean,
see,
The gangster,
That
the
joke-
fake
that
gangster,
joke feels-
fakester.
the Muggsy kind of character.
And that's what
Muggsy
Steve,
Bogues?
Curtains for you.
and
Muggsy
that's when
Bogues?
Steven Weber comes in.
Basketball player logic? Is that what Muggsy Bogues? You mean
thank God, I
Bugsy
wish.
Siegel?
All of a sudden, it just turns into Space Jam. Anyway, yeah, no, it's a musical.
By the end of this,
exists.
I feel like Ashleigh's gonna hate us. We love you. You're the best. Now watch movie musicals.
I just really like that everyone was like, no, this is a good one for Ashleigh to watch. And within 2 minutes, I'm like, I fucking hate this. Like, everything about this, I hate it.
It has been a good decade since I've seen it. And like, as we were watching, I'm like, oh, I was Joe Bluth in it. I'm like, I've made a huge mistake. Ashley's gonna fucking hate this. This is like a fucking musical. And even though like it's a piss take, it's like a piss take on the weed stuff. It's a piss take on musicals. It's still like too much of a musical for you.
It operates at 11 every single second it is on the screen, and that is what I cannot deal with. Like, I need some up and down. I need some different emotions. I just can't handle everyone just like screaming songs at me like for an entire hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It definitely is like a piss take musical. That's a good sort of term for it. And I would say, just compared to a lot of the other stuff we've already covered on this podcast, it does piss take musical a lot better than like other musicals that have tried to be piss takey.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Scott before like we got on that I feel like this musical did a better job of like satirizing an era than the Hairspray musical did.
Oh yeah,
for starters.
absolutely.
Aren't there like three different Hairspray musical movies?
And like thinking about it now, it actually does a better job of like lampooning musicals themselves, even though that wasn't really like, you know, the word of the day. Like worlds fucking better than Prom.
What?
Yes.
What's Prom?
God, I hate Prom.
What's the what? Who? I don't know her.
That's the Netflix Meryl Streep movie musical about the girl who isn't allowed to take her girlfriend to prom. They like kick her out of prom because she's a lesbian.
Oh, so they're like trying to make like a social commentary with a musical, and
then Broadway actors come and they save the day. And Meryl Streep is the Broadway actress who has to save the day.
See, in theory, that could be good if it wasn't directed by Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I will say
Why did they do that?
that episode did give us one of our favorite bits. You know, me taking Bernadette Peters to a Fuddruckers. God, I want to take Bernadette Peters to a Fuddruckers.
Oh.
Yeah, how has that? What's the update on?
I've literally tweeted
Bernadette?
at her and Instagrammed her 3 times when I posted stuff, and radio silence. I'm waiting for a cease and desist. I just get a phone call. Hello, Scott. It's Bernadette Peters.
somewhere.
Please leave me alone.
Oh, you know what? Worth it. If you could just get like that sweet voicemail from Bernadette Peters.
Just the acknowledgement of your efforts is probably enough, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, if she
figured
calls
that's
me
what
the
you're going
lullaby of Broadway, that's all that would really matter.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe Bernadette Peters is a Pizzeria and Uno person.
Maybe she's an A&W.
Maybe she's a Pizza Hut lady. And
Yeah.
Scott, you're the one to show her a good time at a Pizza Hut.
I read 3 books. Do I get a free personal pan?
You need 5 at least, Scott. You know that. You've done Book It. Don't tell me you haven't.
Yeah.
Do I get a date with a Broadway actress now?
I read 21 books. I did it.
But yeah, in this entire movie musical, the fact that like Alan Cumming is just playing into the skid is just chef's kiss. And that's why when I got cast as him, I was like, you know what? This character's awesome. So, and I also played it as Phil Hartman when I did it. So,
Oh.
I could get behind that.
Yeah.
That sounds like that'd be really good.
I'm
Phil
just a
Hartman would've done
caveman
a
lawyer.
great job. He would have done so good. Lionel Hutz here. That's who I was thinking of.
Mr. Simpson.
I think you at least enjoyed Alan Cumming. Because how can you not?
He was fine.
What about his beauty care products line? You know what it's called,
You mean
right?
coming on your face and coming all over and coming in your hair? Yeah.
Don't forget the toothbrush line.
Coming in your mouth?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was real, and I was legit trying to find it once, and I was so upset to discover it was fake.
Your Google results were not helpful.
Oh, got some weird shit, guys. Don't put coming in your mouth in Google.
Only in
anyone
an
else
incognito
notice-
tab.
Safe search on.
Yeah.
Did anyone else notice, by the way, in that one musical number where he just shows up as Pan out of nowhere, that he's got pierced nipples?
No.
Yes.
I missed that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now you know.
I don't...
Alan Cumming has pierced nipples.
I think they're like, Alan, why did you do that? Oh, it's just another Tuesday. Because he's Scottish.
Oh, he's
I think he
Scottish.
already-
I always forget that.
I learned
Yeah.
it from my friend Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, nipplegate.
Oh, why are you doing this to us, lady?
I'm just Italian. I'm just Italian.
I'm just Italian. That's what we do. I'm just real friendly because I'm Italian.
Nope,
you
I
see?
can't. I can't do this. We need to go back to the musical.
Manja. I'm Italian.
No pizza in the pastas.
No pizza?
Oh my God.
We'll tell you later.
We'll tell you later. It's
We'll
a
tell you
whole
later.
inside joke.
But yeah, this entire Broadway musical, like, the idea works on both the stage and the screen. Also, the thing that I loved about this is, did anyone notice that Al from Step by Step is Joan of Arc?
No.
Yeah,
That is such a fucking deep cut.
that's Christine Lakin, because she was dating or engaged to the director of the movie.
Wait,
Al was
who?
the youngest girl, right?
Yeah,
Do you remember Step by Step?
Yeah.
she was the tomboy.
Step.
Day
by
by day.
Yeah,
I'm sure this would have hit harder for me if I had ever actually watched Step by Step.
Oh.
Oh, you weren't a TGIF person? You were a CBS Craptastic Friday?
Wow. Shots
Yes,
fired.
Scott, I was a CBS Craptastic Friday.
Yeah, you
That's what I
watched Murder,
was.
She Wrote.
Oh, actually,
You were
not.
just gearing up for Snick the next day.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta go to bed early. Snick's on tomorrow. Gotta save
Submitted
my
for your
energy.
approval of the Midnight Society.
It's my balls. You just here are my balls, everybody. Sorry. Hi, Scott's dad. So, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Al
Oh,
from Step by Step by
Al from
Step is in this.
The youngest daughter of Patrick Duffy,
The tomboy.
the tomboy one.
I'm getting like her aura. I'm not getting her
really feeling her
I'm
aura
feeling her
'Cause-
aura, just not
'cause-
her person.
When I first saw this, when I was watching it, I literally watched this movie. I had, back in high school, I had surgery, and I was watching the movie, and I thought that because I was coming out of, surgery, I was like, am I groggy? Is that Al from Step by Step? And
I remember that.
I was like, am I crazy? I'm going crazy here. I want to
Not
itch my
crazy,
digits.
That's what you thought was the drug trip. You didn't. You're like, just get out of the way, Satan. Is that Al from Step by Step? which by the way, I in our little group chat, I made mention I'm cool with any film where Alan Cumming plays Satan during that one same musical number, and then Satan actually showed up, and I was just like, well.
Here we are. Here we are.
Now I feel like a goof.
No, it's okay because you asked me if Alan Cumming was Satan, and I was like, oh, I think so. So then again, I'm like, IMDb.
Well, then we looked up Jesus because we were like, this guy is familiar.
He was on the Drew Carey
we
Show.
were like, he's the fucking Mr. Downtown from That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
And we're like, I bet Scott knows this.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
then-
know that. He was also the original Jesus and Jack in Reefer Madness, because in the show, the same actor plays both the Pusher and Jesus.
Ah.
You gotta have that push and pull.
Well,
Yeah.
I was trying to describe to Maggie who he was in That Thing You Do, and I was just like, Mr. Downtown. Mr. Downtown.
Darkness falls.
I kind of remember, y'all, I watched it once. I just remember being like, this is a movie.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he was also on the Drew Carey Show, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never watched that either.
Wait, who was he?
He was in the first season. He was
Drew Carey.
Yeah, he was Drew
It was
Carey.
actually just Drew Carey.
He was
Wow, he's
Kate's
changed so much.
long-term boyfriend.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I know. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I
was
see
like, when I saw this the first time, I'm like, is that Brad from the Drew Carey Show?
he's such a Brad.
You're like, get out of the way, Satan. Is that Brad from Drew Carey?
Yeah. Say, no, yeah. 1 second. Is that Brad?
Scott, the knower of all side characters from 90s sitcoms.
I mean, this has 90s sitcom actors throughout it. You have not Veronica Mars was not a sitcom, but 90s TV shows, because Kristen Bell was Veronica Mars. You have Steven Weber, who is Brian Hackett, the
Love
guy who
Wings.
plays
Love Wings. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to do that all night. Love Wings.
Oh, those Hackett brothers. But then you also have John Kaiser, who plays Ralph. He was the Crypt Keeper in Tales from the Crypt.
No shit.
And Buster Bunny on Tiny Toons.
All right. Well, he wins.
Oh, yeah. He's done a
He
lot
wins.
of voice acting stuff.
Yeah, he wins.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So it really just kind of blew my mind
And I love
when I saw that he was in this.
I did
And
love
Amy
Wings.
Amy Spanger was Michael C. Hall's first wife.
Wait, which one's Amy Spranger?
Spring.
She played Sally.
You did laugh at Sally. She's the one who
Damn
kept falling.
lamppost.
Damn body.
Damn door.
Damn baby.
She was the best thing about that.
Yeah, they had to tell her to squint because her eyes made her look too innocent. So that's why she's squinting through it. They're like, do the Renee Zellweger thing.
I just thought that was her. All right. Sure. Personal side note. So shout out to my friend Tom, who will probably never hear this, but he played Ralph and he broke his leg during production. And they were like, well, we can't recast him. And he had this full leg casting. So he just implemented, like,
Did he just destroy his leg?
he did a jump wrong and just, like, snapped something. So it was a clean break, but it was still, like, a break. So he ended up, like, they changed a lot of the choreography for Ralph. So, like, if they didn't have to have him get up, they didn't. But there was just one scene where he, like, it was the murder
Mary
them
Sunshine.
scene.
Murder them.
Yeah, and they, like, had him moving around. It was kind of perfect because he's doing this crazy, like, cryptic, like, zombie walk with it because his leg was broken. And I was just like, you're lucky you're only, like, 21 because in 10 years you're going to feel this. I should hit him up and be like, hey, so you feel your leg once in a while when you were Ralph?
Only when it rains.
Can you tell? When it rains.
I also use it to tell people don't go down that road.
Don't go down there.
Go down there. That's the safe road. Go down there, you die.
But yeah, I love the fact that Cumming just shows up whenever he wants, and everyone is okay with it.
It's like he's always coming and going. I'll leave. Bye.
Get out.
Now we're going to watch 12 hours of Wings.
Love Wings.
I actually do. I really like Wings a lot. It's a really good show.
Also,
That's another show I've never seen.
I feel like if they made this today, because they couldn't get Ana Gasteyer, they would just get Kathryn Hahn, and we wouldn't really notice a difference.
Nobody would know.
All right, I'm really glad you said that because when I first watched WandaVision, I was like, I was like, oh, that's Ana Gasteyer. And then I thought about it, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I had IMDb, I'm like,
Ana
nope,
Gasteyer
Kathryn
looks
Hahn.
great.
She does. But I'm just saying,
she's
like,
got,
but like
20 years on Kathryn Hahn?
Yeah, but they're the same lady, right?
Basically.
She's just a clone.
No.
And that's not a dig on anyone. Everyone's lovely and wonderful. And honestly, I'm fine with 3 more of them.
You mean Kathryn Hahn, who's been referred to as the Meryl Streep of comedy?
Wait, really?
And Meryl Streep is the Meryl Streep of Applebee's.
Fuck Applebee's.
Well, I guess that means Meryl
Her
Streep
character
is
in The
going
Prom
down
is obsessed with Applebee's.
Why?
Because she never eats. She never eats there because she's snooty and rich, and then she eats there once and she gets addicted to Applebee's.
That felt like such an innocent reaction. Just like, why?
Why? I'm more or less
I
like,
have a feeling that if you were in the boardroom at Netflix at that meeting, some people's egos would have been shattered. Some people would have experienced ego death.
Yes, that gives me power.
that's gonna get me to fall asleep
Well,
tonight.
also, like, who thinks of that as a character trait? Like, she eats at Applebee's once and then she's hooked. Like, no, that doesn't happen.
Jimmy thinks that he's going to get swing dancing lessons, and then he ends up in an orgy of weed.
Honestly, upgrade, really.
And this is a
From
very
Applebee's,
clear-
totally.
It's like you have Pizza Hut once and you're hooked.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
for
personal
yourself.
pan pizza, cheesy breadsticks, regular breadsticks.
Oh,
Join our cult. Join our cult.
No.
Pizza Hut. Anyway, yes.
Avoid the Noid.
Do avoid the
that's
noise.
Domino's.
though.
Domino's.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
avoid the Noid.
That's why you avoid it.
Yeah, you got a Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut's way better.
But yeah,
Both of
when
these
we
are
did this,
garbage, guys. None of these are good.
Sorry.
All of these are bad choices.
sometimes you just
I
want
felt-
garbage pizza, Ashley.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, I want garbage. I want to eat trash. I want to be the
Scott,
like.
we're never going to get through to them. They're from New York.
New
got
York
access to the-
Yankees, forget about
from
it.
New York too.
They've got access from the water to the water. You know, that famous water that makes the pizza
like,
work?
Pizza is already like
Anyway.
shitty food. Why do you need to make it shittier?
Additives.
I mean, I don't know if they really set out to make it shitty.
No,
Like,
I
on
mean, like,
purpose.
it's not healthy food. It's the food you indulge in.
Yeah.
So
Well,
why
we
would
have
you-
the owner of Pizza Hut here, Bob Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. I'm really sorry this devolved into a Pizza Hut podcast.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about Reefer Madness.
Yes. I mean,
Robert
hey,
Pizza Hut to his parents.
But wait a minute. What's more appropriate for a musical about weed than talking about pizza?
honestly.
I mean, I still think it's hysterical that their idea of people having sex is everyone's fully clothed and they're just humping each other, fully
Well, it's
dressed.
still a musical.
I do have to say the one scene at the end where what's her face? Veronica Mars.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen
Bell.
She does her number and like she's, you know, the dominatrix that's
Mary
within the
Sunshine.
other
Mary
guy.
Sunshine.
That actually was pretty funny.
She awakened
And
something in John Cashier.
At the end when she's like humping what's his face? Ralph is
Yeah.
that his name?
Oh, yeah,
And she's just like that's pretty funny.
You're like, yeah, you're right. I think that's like one of the really genius things about it, or not even genius, just it's clever because they're like, clearly they're trying to be like, people on weed are idiots. They don't even know how to properly have sex. Which I will say, high sex was the worst sex I've had. So, well, maybe not the worst, but it's not good. It's not
Hi,
good.
Dad.
It's not coke sex.
Hi, Scott's dad. Look, fucking on weed ain't it.
Yeah.
So actually, you know what? In everything they took a piss take on, that was the most accurate. Although no one ever tried to hump my leg, so that was cool.
That's nice.
That was nice.
Yeah, he was like a dog. Down, boy, down.
And like Sally's just like laying there, letting him hump her leg. She's like, oh, whatever. I don't even care.
This is my life now.
Yeah.
I've made some difficult choices.
Yeah.
I mean,
she
I
really
do
sold the
love-
baby.
I have to say that the opening of this movie is just so fucking good. Like when they make it look like 1930s, like the whole black and white, and then
Yeah.
when Cumming shows up and then goes into Reefer Madness. I mean, that's why I wasn't offended that they gave me the narrator, because
You're like,
that song
alright.
fucking rules. I loved singing that.
I actually feel like the best, at least ensemble song in that is the Murdered Them song. Like at the end, and like when everybody comes back and they're all singing together, like I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's strong. That's a strong number.
They have 3 songs where they basically get everyone involved.
Yeah.
And-
And that one is like chef's kiss to me. I mean, obviously the opening's great, but
I should mention real quick, in the musical numbers section on Wikipedia, under the murder number, it lists the performers as Jimmy, Ralph, Mary, Satan, Sally, Jack, May, and zombies. Just wedged right into
with their
right
tanks
in between Mary
and their guns
Sally.
and their bombs and their guns and their what's in their head? What's in their head?
Zombies.
In their head?
zombie.
But yeah, so when we did this, we basically did it like a live stage reading. I was the only one who showed up in a suit.
Did y'all sing too?
Yeah, we had to sing.
I don't know.
We have like
I'm just checking.
Well, I did it with puppets, but
Did you just do Avenue Q?
No, that's the one show that I wish I was in. Like, that's the one show I would die to be in, is Avenue Q.
Look, Scott, we got a deal for you. You're going to be in Avenue Q, but you're going to have to take a bullet to the head after the final cut-in. All right? Is this okay? All
but
right,
I still
we got
want to
it.
do Hadestown.
Well, you said you'd die. We're going to hold you to it.
Well, I did this. All right, here we go. Goodbye, cruel world.
I did not know you commanded such power, Maggie.
I mean, I got connections.
But I love the fact that this entire movie musical is insane, and they're not even trying to hide it. They don't hide the cheese. They don't hide it. They go so hardcore, especially in like Romeo and Juliet, when they literally have William Shakespeare, and he's like, "Oh no, that doesn't happen."
And they have a baby and make lots of friends. I'm betting that's how it will end. And it's like, and Shakespeare the whole time is like, no, oh God. And then, at the very end when Mary Sunshine dies, and like they're doing the reprise of Romeo and Juliet, and she's like, how did it end? Was it great? And he looks at Jack and May, and they're like, no, not great. And he's like, no, it was awesome. They got married and had like 11 babies. It was super great. And she's like, oh, good, I can die now.
I love the fact that when she's Juliet again, she has a massive bullet wound, even in her fantasy, and it's oozing.
Yeah, she's actively hemorrhaging.
And hemorrhaging blood. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Everyone was shocked that Kristen Bell could sing. Like, when this came out, no one knew
was this before everyone knew Kristen Bell could sing?
Yeah, because she was just known for Veronica Mars, and if you know Veronica Mars, that show is a donor.
That's fair. I never watched Veronica Mars. Actually, I wasn't even really much of a Kristen Bell fan until I watched The Good Place, and I was like, all right, she's fucking funny. I'm down with that. Still hate her husband.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
We're more of a Dak Shepard type of people.
Ew. Nope. Dak Shepard. And like, how is she not his beard? I just can't believe that, like...
Why? Because he's obsessed with the male form?
Not even that. There's just... And my gaydar's terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Your gaydar sucks.
My gaydar does 100% suck. I dated a gay man for 2 years. So, like... He's not the only gay man I was ever attracted to and thought I could hit it with. And I was like, oh, no, he likes the dick. Me too. We can't come together on that. All right, that's fair. Either way...
Dad.
Hi, Dad. No, Dak Shepard, more than anything, Dak Shepard's just really fucking
We can all
annoying.
call your dad, right?
Yeah. Hey, Dad.
He's like Tom Hanks. He's everyone's dad.
Hi, Papa.
He's like, don't call me that.
No, we now need to meet your father in real life and call him Papa.
It's like, can we call you Dad? Yeah, sure. Can we call you Daddy? No.
No, I wouldn't anyway. No, sorry.
No.
Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
that's
You're
a-
not a daddy.
That's a joke from Friends. It's like, yeah, he even said I could call him Dad, but you couldn't call him Daddy.
Rip her off.
Anyways,
Anyway.
Wings.
Yes.
What a great show.
I love
Wings.
You guys get that reference, right? The Family Guy reference? When they're all sitting.
Which one?
Silence.
And like, no.
Silence.
No, there's this episode where they broke into the brewery and they're sitting in one of the, like...
They're in a vat of beer, and they're like, they said something about wings.
And then Quagmire's like, yeah, like that show Wings. And everyone's looking at him, he's like,
What?
You guys haven't seen Wings?
It's like, I can't believe this climbs out of the vat and
Leaves. He's like, I love Wings.
Trudges through the warehouse.
Love Wings.
Love
I remember
Wings.
that.
So every time anyone ever brings up Wings around us, we're just like, love Wings. We did genuinely enjoy Wings as well. I like Steven Weber. He's a good actor. He does a good job.
I love seeing the young Steven Weber in the flashback where it's clearly two like 30 to 40-year-old adults as kids in a malt shop.
Yes.
Yeah, how old was John Cashier, the supposed college student?
Same
in this
age
film?
as like
Anyway.
Ana Gasteyer and Weber.
Well, I thought like it was that they got him when he was a college student. He just stayed for that long.
Oh, that would make sense.
That was the vibe I got. It's just like they picked him up like a decade ago and he just never left.
He's been wearing the same
He's like
sweater ever
Christopher
since.
Lloyd from Taxi. He gets
God.
hooked once.
I never saw Taxi.
His character, you find out, was like a Harvard graduate student and smoked pot once and then became, a crazy cab driver.
Taxi is a Reefer Madness. Why do we need this movie or this musical?
Because the songs are
Taxi.
good, Ashleigh, damn
The
it.
songs are good, damn it.
I guess. If you
Oh,
like the
did
kind of
your
thing.
when your college did it, did they replace the monkey song with Mary Jane? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because originally, in the original Broadway show, there was a song called the Monkey Song, and it sucked. And they replaced it with Mary Jane.
Yeah, I don't think I even know the monkey song.
You don't need to. It's
all right. There we go.
They also added the Brownie song too.
The Brownie song's great. I love that it's all animated.
I could not get that out of my head after I was done watching it last night.
It's yummy.
Ashleigh's face actually looks so miserable.
It was very funny to watch it and be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I now realize this. I don't know you. I thought I knew you. No, I actually 100% was like, oh, I know her and I should have known better. I should have just known better. But also,
I didn't have a clue either.
You know what?
Not even the dance numbers. Not even
especially not the dance numbers.
No.
Oh my god, she fucking hated the malt shop scene or whatever that is.
But Nev Campbell and her corny knock jokes.
Hated it. I hated that.
She legit pulled out her phone and I'm gonna look at people to make fun of on Instagram right now because fuck this. And I was like, I'll tell you what's going on.
And the
I'll give you the plot. I just gave her the plot point.
Whichever one was the Hawaiian themed one, I was like, I can't. With
that's the orgy scene. I think you're thinking.
Yeah,
of.
Yeah. I couldn't. I could not with that.
I mean,
scene.
but the song opens up with the Sally doing the thing where she's saying the words.
What word?
Brilliant.
Come on, Jimmy.
Oh, suck it down for Sally. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh no,
This got weird.
I cannot with this right now.
Oh god, they're doing another song, aren't they? Oh fuck.
Like, why does everything have to be a goddamn song?
It's a musical.
I'm pretty sure I literally said that once. I was like,
you did?
at one point I was like, oh good, another song, great, can't wait for this.
Did. Oh my god.
I'm starting to realize this is pretty much the same reaction that I had to Mamma Mia. And this is like the same, and this is the same argument that David was giving me. Like, it's a musical, it's supposed to be fun, and I hate it.
Oh no, Mamma Mia always
I hate it. I hate it.
At least these are like original songs. It's an original
The rhyme
plot.
scheme is great.
The what?
The rhyme scheme
Oh,
that
I
they
thought you
use.
said the REM scheme, and I'm like, did you sleep through it?
No, the REM scheme. All songs were written by Michael Stipe. That's me with the Mary Jane in my hand.
And a brownie.
Stand in the place with some weed.
And I don't
I could have
think
gotten
that
behind
I
this
can
musical.
eat it.
I could have absolutely gotten behind this musical. Put Michael Stipe
Michael
in there,
Stipe.
and I'm okay with it. Honestly, I probably
Because
would have.
everybody smokes.
Some weed.
I might have even been like okay discussing Mamma Mia because it's at least songs I know because it's ABBA.
Oh, so you're saying we should give you one of those really shitty musicals where it's just
Well,
like
we wanted
someone's like,
to. Well, We'll do it on the air.
No, you don't. You absolutely
Lilz,
don't.
go into the thing. Go into our schedule because we wanted to have them on for Rock of Ages.
I will do Rock of Ages.
I don't want to do Rock of Ages
because I can appreciate it and fucking hate it at the same time.
I will just hate it.
That's fine.
We'll all be miserable.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, I want us all to be miserable.
I want us all to be miserable.
She's got a point.
But also
Ashley's trying to destroy the podcast.
But also get every single
taking it down from the inside.
Shitty hair metal like song stuck in your head. But also I just kind of want to talk about Sebastian Bach and Nuno Betancourt.
Yeah, can we talk about how hot Sebastian Bach was back in the day?
Back in the day? Holy fuck.
Ooh, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it on Bagel Basket.
Wait, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did. Oh, because I chose 18 in life.
Yeah, and I think the whole time we tortured Scott with, Sebastian Bach,
though. He was cute
No, I was
back
like,
then.
yeah, he was a handsome bloke.
Handsome bloke. He had delightful hair.
It's the hair.
Honestly.
And the eyeliner. I like an effeminate man.
He was a fresh, fine fellow.
Oh. Indeed.
But yeah, so the fact that Steven Weber just randomly shows up in his airplane and...
From Sandpiper Airlines.
Yes. Yeah, from Tom Nevers Field.
And what's her face from Step by Step just walks off the plane and she's like, I'm Joan of Arc now, bitch.
Steer, steer.
Oh shit! That what's her face that did Joan of Arc had the most Karen haircut that we've ever seen.
That was so Karen.
I did remember that. And
Also, in the 90s, she dated Urkel.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Honestly, both very attractive.
She did do that.
Youths.
Jaleel White was a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for everyone.
It's like a TGIF, like Marriage Made in Heaven.
I'd watch him fuck. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
They were... Never mind.
Not like now. Like back when I was also their age. Actually, no, they were older than me.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
They still are.
I remember we were having so much fun talking about Bernadette Peters eating at Fuddruckers.
With me.
Slowly.
Oh boy, I finally bought enough books that I can get the date with, Patty Lupin.
Phoebe Newworth.
Oh.
Damn it, Lilith. She played Lilith. You're
She
Lily.
did play Lilith.
Yeah.
Frasier.
Good God, Niles.
Oh my God.
But
Is this just divulging into Pizza Hut and sitcoms from the 90s? We are going to destroy your show. And I'm kind of sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
You could not possibly destroy it any worse than we do.
Do you want to get into the tracks and then that way we can stay on track because...
Leaving.
I mean, we might just have to.
All right, let's track it up.
This is around the point where we'd be like doing the track by track anyway, right?
Yeah.
Track by track.
And we,
Song by song.
and we can talk about the shit that happens in those scenes too.
That is much
I
more
really
cohesive.
I really should have saved my comment for anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Our first musical number
Mr.
is the
Sheffield.
titular Reefer Madness, featuring the lecturer, Parents and Zombies Ensemble.
Can't ignore anymore. It could be your son or daughter with a deadly stick of reefer in the hand. They're heading straight for Reefer Madness, Reefer Madness, Reefer Madness, Reefer Madness. Save our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was
That was a
pausing
good
so
one.
that we could insert the clip later.
Oh, I thought we were going to hear it. I was waiting for it. I don't
No, we do that
I
later.
don't remember these. I'm sorry.
Reefer Madness, Reefer Madness.
Sure.
Okay, I did it. That's how the song goes.
Deadly as a communist knocking on your door, turning all our children into hooligans and whores.
whores. They do a good job of like really pushing the whole like Red Scare shit that was going. But that's why I thought it was the 50s because like I feel like were we scared of communists in the 30s?
No.
Yeah.
Were we
no,
more
we were scared of Nazis.
Yeah, we were scared of Nazis in the 30s. That's why I thought this was
true.
the 50s.
And stuff that
was
belonged in
during
the
Cold
museum.
War. So, yeah, scared of communism was after World War II because it was during the Cold War, which
happened
was
after
like
World War II.
The height of it with like McCarthyism and shit was 50s and 60s. So,
but either way, I do like how they really stick to the whole like, you're not a communist, are you?
Poor Mr. Kerchinsky. It's
Poor
like,
Mr.
I'm Polish.
Kaczynski. Yeah.
I'm Polish.
Sounds Polish.
I heard that that's not true. I heard that, heroin is really bad and, weed makes you hungry.
I will
Mr.
say,
Kaczynski knows what the fuck he's talking about.
we did, I think, have a moment of like feeling slightly triggered because it's like, man, we kind of still have to deal with this shit, don't we?
Yeah.
It's like the satanic panic, which has now devolved into like QAnon shit, where it's like, you're the Mr. Kaczynski of like, no, don't take horse pills. What? What?
Yes, masks.
And then everyone
do work.
And then everyone looks at you and calls you a communist.
Yeah. Or you express some kind of ideology that is remotely liberal, and everyone's like, "You're a communist." It's like,
that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
You
But
actually don't know what
But he used a pointer
communism
as a sword.
All right.
is. But you know what? Grimes is walking around Los Angeles reading the Communist Manifesto now, so it's fine.
Who did that?
Fine. Grimes. She divorced. She got rid of Elon Musk, and
I
now
mean, they separated, but
and
who
now
knows?
she's walking around Los Angeles reading the
Without
Communist
Baby
Manifesto.
X?
Without Baby X.
Oh, no.
But with a photographer on hand.
Ooh, oh my god.
So it's
Fucking-
fine. Communism is
Everyone
fine.
knows. Everyone knows that's the best kind of communism. Performative communism.
That's the most genuine form of communism.
Lilz has been awfully quiet. What did you think of Reefer Madness, the actual
I
song?
liked it. I liked it. It was really good. It really just did not take a lot of time to turn into the music video for Thriller, though.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I also loved the really shitty early 2000s blending animation of turning the kids from being really sweet and into being zombies for the photos.
Oh, you mean the holographic card that, like the little holographic baseball card that shows you the
Topps baseball card
kind of thing.
I do appreciate that in this
That technology.
in this number they definitely let the audience know like what the tone was going to be for the rest of the movie, which was basically everything in your face all at fucking once. So I appreciate that they gave me the warning.
Well, are you shocked that this was a Showtime movie and not like an in-theaters movie musical? Because it was pretty good for a budget.
It was, but I don't have a feeling. I don't have a
that
feeling
means nothing
there.
to me.
Yeah,
really,
no,
a musical
yeah.
is a musical. Whatever.
You do you, boo.
But I mean, I guess they only had an hour and a half, so you have to like
Oh no, it was almost
put that shit on 11 and just fucking go with it. I guess.
I saw Steven Weber and the producers. That's all I had to say.
That's great.
After that, we
Scott.
got
good job.
I got a soda.
He did though.
It's root beer.
Ooh.
a sody pop.
Speaking of which,
After that, we got Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
We are just like Romeo and Juliet. We're happy, young, and bubbling with love.
I can't wait to read the ending.
I can't either, but I'm sure it turns out real swell. I bet Romeo marries his Juliet.
By Jimmy and Mary.
okay, he is such a nerd in this entire scene when he just stands up and starts going.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you having a stroke?
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute little tune.
No, he's not having a stroke. He just came down with a terminal case of being a dork.
Oh, it does kind of endear you to Jimmy a little bit because you're like, oh, honey, no.
Yeah, but then, after his whole diatribe about Shakespeare, we realize, son, not today.
This was the number when I realized everyone in this movie is going to be fucking annoying.
Yeah. It did not take
I have
her
to
long
say, Kristen Bell
catch up.
is really annoying in this.
Extremely annoying.
I think that's the point.
But like, there's levels. Like in a satire, you can push it up to this part of the envelope before you get really fucking annoying. They were just like, fuck this envelope. We're just scooting right by it.
So you're saying that was like a glitter bomb of an envelope.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. And you're like, oh, God.
What I'm saying is, I get that this musical is a satire, but I feel like there are far more subtle ways of being a satire that they just did not explore whatsoever. And that was my issue with it, is that it was just like, we're making fun of everything, like in your face, punching you like a fucking punching bag.
I do feel like that is two of the time. I think we're a little bit
early
more
2000s.
refined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
this was
when we've said it time and time again on our podcast, the early aughts did no one any favors.
We were pretty dumb back then, so
We were
we
so
really
dumb.
had to
Yeah.
be punched in the face.
the
with
highest grossing movie of that year when this came out was The 40-Year-Old Virgin. So.
That was a funny movie.
I mean, it was, at the time I thought it was very funny.
Same. I laughed a lot.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We were definitely not into the subtle humor in the early 2000s, I guess.
Bags of
No.
sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tastes like fish sandwich.
After that is The Stuff by May.
I ought to leave him, but something makes me stay. It's the stuff. I try to kill him, but my guy gives me love and the stuff.
Okay, this song's great. She sings her
Yeah,
heart
the song
out.
was really
Yeah.
good.
She does have actually a great voice. I really liked when I originally watched it. I'm like, oh shit, Ana Gasteyer's like
I
legit.
almost didn't believe that was actually her singing.
This was a year after Mean Girls, too.
Oh,
She played Katie's mom in Mean Girls, right?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
As well as the janitor from Scrubs was her father.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, good for Ana Gasteyer. She was doing good things back then. I mean, that role was really made for her.
Also, she's kind of doing her Celine Dion impression when she's...
Yes! Oh my God! I was like, yeah, I knew there was something nostalgic about that. I totally forgot about that.
Celine Dion, fresh Canadian.
I have Celine Dion.
Beat the chest.
Is it just me, or is Celine Dion like your fun aunt?
Now, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I used to go to this convention, this conference in Las Vegas, and by myself I saw Celine Dion perform at Caesar's Palace, and she was having so much fun. She came out and she was like, "Hey," and she's like bopping her head. She's like, "That's the way it is."
She's like, whatever, I got your money already, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I can do whatever I want.
Seriously, I actually want to see Celine Dion be my drunk aunt. That's what I want to pay for.
And she has great fashion sense.
Also, when she was taking photos with people and she was like, pretending to slap them on the butt and like make faces, I'm like, oh man, you're gonna go shop at Target later.
Oh.
She's the fun aunt.
Next is Down at the Old Five and Dime, Mary, Miss Poppy, Lecturer, and Youth Ensemble.
Dancing, dancing, razzmatazz that always has his ass shaking, swaying. By your gal, some juju beast should be swooning, spooning, down at the old five and dime.
If you're feeling gloomy, glide on over to me. Try the finest cherry fizz in all of the land.
This song, I actually hate this song.
Same. I actually totally am like, but I feel like it's dancing, shoop, 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 shoop.
Not the 1950s, though.
I'm sorry,
Not the
but
1950s.
all those kids are going to join a cult.
They are a cult, aren't they?
And not a cool cult either.
Hey, have you guys heard of this Heaven's Gate?
Have you guys heard of Children of God?
Oh.
Oof.
I feel like this is
yeah.
like one song that really had it. Did it have a point?
It just introduced like this cool spot that all the kids went to, but yeah, I don't know if you needed this.
And then never again for the rest
Well,
of the
Never
it,
again.
it was so that they could have the dance number with Weber, so that Jimmy would be like, "Oh, you know how to swing dance?
Oh, yeah.
Teach me how to swing dance so I can, not smoke weed."
Teach me how to swing dance so I can impress my girl. But also, Nev Campbell needs a chance to show her chops. Was that even Nev Campbell dancing that whole time?
Yeah, actually,
Oh, good
it
for
was
her. All right.
She was going to be a ballerina.
Good for her.
All right, I'll get off her dick.
She was in a movie called The Company, which is loosely based on when she wanted to be a dancer.
All right.
It just occurred to me, incidentally, that Jimmy makes no effort through the rest of the movie to like
Learn
try
swing
to take,
dancing.
Yeah, to try to take Jack up on those
This
swing
was
dancing
immediately
lessons.
dropped.
Well, that's because he started smoking weed, and when you start smoking weed, you forget all the things that are important to you, like learning how to dance.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, showers become more important.
Also, your girlfriend?
Speaking of weed,
And is this
speaking of weed, that leads into the next number. Jimmy takes a hit / the orgy.
There's no place to hide from this salacious magic topic ride.
Open up your mind, let your body explore. Arms and legs entwined, right?
Oh, yeah, no.
Sally, Jimmy, Jack, May, Ralph, and Exotic Ensemble.
That's where I noticed Al from Step by Step the first time. Was she had big poofy hair?
Yeah, she
I'm like, is that Al?
She had Karen hair.
Get out of here, Satan. I'm trying to check out Al from Step by Step. You know Scott would never get addicted to weed because he'd be too busy trying to find Al from Step by Step. Also, you can't
honestly,
get addicted to weed.
Yeah.
I had the biggest crush on Christine Lakin in as a kid.
Which
Her
one?
and Danielle Fishel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jenny Lewis.
Topanga was like everybody's wet dream back in the 90s.
Yeah, she's true boner jams.
Yeah.
For sure.
And because of True Beverly Hills and The Wizard, Jenny Lewis.
Of course.
I mean,
she was my college lady crush.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, yo, girl can still get it. If Jenny Lewis like walked up and be like, hey, and I'd be like, all right, let's go.
yeah.
Let's roll. Here for it.
You hang out with Bill Murray. Yeah, sure.
I don't even need the Bill Murray cred. I'm like, nah, you just cool. And honestly, redheads.
I'm here to live out my college fantasies. So, yeah, let's do this.
Let's go. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, the orgy scene. So this makes sense.
Yeah,
Logical.
this song is also weird because it goes into two different songs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of.
Utilizing a lot of imagery that is probably not okay.
Oh,
now.
no.
Also-
Wait, what?
The pot leaf on his doodle.
Well, I meant the fact that they're all like dressed in like this very obvious like Islander sort of type attire and all that sort of stuff.
Stereotypical exotic costumes.
Yeah, from the Exotic Ensemble.
Ooh.
Like
The exotic white ensemble.
the exotic places of Hawaii.
You mean the exotic white people of Hawaii?
Yeah.
The beige.
Where's
bunch.
Emma Stone?
She's Hawaiian,
That's
isn't she?
not her fault. She was just in a role. where
That
she
was
had-
Cameron Crowe's fault.
That was Cameron Crowe. Where's Cameron Crowe? Did he direct this scene? I know what's exotic. White people.
I'm sure he's off directing more white people in another very white movie.
Did he do that Almost Famous movie that I never watched?
Did.
Well,
I like Almost Famous.
He did Almost Famous and Elizabethtown and other stuff.
Elizabethtown is basically Garden State.
Him and Tim Burton are going to get together and eat butter sandwiches with the crust cut off.
What about...
Next track.
Oh, okay.
Next track is Lonely Pew, featuring Mary, the lecturer, and ensemble. The lecturer's the organist this time.
Without you near, the gospel choir sounds askew. Jimmy, come back and fill my lonely pew.
Yeah, this song is fine.
I'm glad that they weren't trying to make it white exotics.
I honestly found this one more annoying than Down at the Old Five and Dime.
Oh, to me, this was just, do you want to build a snowman in church?
Yes. Like, I still hate Five and Dime way more than this. Like, this one's kind of like, you kind of feel bad for Mary, and there's kind of, like, as someone who grew up very Catholic, there's some fun little, like, church jokes in there that I'm like, heh. But that was it.
Church jokes.
That's the exact that is the exact length of laugh.
Kristen Bell's delivery.
Yeah, no, this is probably like the one time I feel like she did a good job of like just playing that character, and like, yes, it's annoying, but at the same time it's like she's 100% true to this character.
She brings you into the joke a little bit.
Yeah.
I think.
She's like, come on, Jimmy's not here. Sit next to me in this pew. I'm going to bring you in on this joke.
Yeah. We already saw Jesus, so.
No, not yet.
No,
wasn't
not yet. We see Jesus next.
We saw the devil.
Speaking of seeing Jesus.
Speaking of Jesus.
We technically hadn't really even seen the devil yet, because... Like, this is the point where I was just like, I like that Alan Cumming plays Satan, and there's actual Satan.
Yeah.
Okay. In this track, Listen to Jesus, Jimmy, with Jesus Christ, Joan of Arc and the Arquettes, Satan,
the
Arquettes, and the Heaven Ensemble.
Just say no to the marijuana. Listen to Jesus, Jimmy. This comes straight from the Madonna. Listen to Jesus, Jimmy. I'm the face on the shroud of Turin. Listen to Jesus, Jimmy. Do I need to test your urine?
So you have Rosanna, you have Patricia, Alexis, David, their dad.
Oh my God. I wished.
That would have made it so much more enjoyable for me. Thank you.
All the Arquettes.
The Arquettes.
So yeah, this song's fine. I mean,
it's fine.
It does get stuck in my head sometimes, like, listen to Jesus, Jimmy. Don't smoke the marijuana. But that's it.
I mean, it was so reminiscent of like Jesus Christ Superstar level type stuff.
Yeah, we spent 3 hours talking
I'm sure
about that.
I'm sure they were trying to like make that a pastiche of that.
It was trying to be
like
Sinatra in Las Vegas. That's what it was.
Well, it really got me thinking the whole time, like, wouldn't that be weird stunt casting if they'd gotten Ted Levine to be
Ted
Jesus
Neely
in this? Who's Ted Levine?
Ted Levine, was she a great big fat girl? It puts the lotion on its skin. And
was that? Ted Levine played Buffalo
Ted
Bill?
Neely.
Yeah. He was also on Monk.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know things.
With Tony Shalhoub from Wings.
Love Wings!
Next track.
Puts the lotion
Next
on
track
its skin. Sorry.
Next track is Mary Jane / Mary Lane.
Mary Lane, oh Mary Lane. 2 words that fall like gentle rain.
Did you take my car?
Touch my hand and kill my pain. I love you, Mary Lane.
Jimmy, I'm in my nightgown.
You flood my world with all the colors of the Sunday fun.
I love this song.
I do appreciate the singing clams. That was like my favorite part of the whole movie. It reminded me of a horror movie. I liked it.
Reminded me of Little Shop.
Love by Mary.
Love by Mary. Actually, I always forget, like, because this is such, like, an all-company song, so I always think this is, like, getting to the end of the musical. And then I'm like, oh, no, wait, there's still, like, 40 fucking minutes of this shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought around this point, too.
Like, oh, it's the end.
But fortunately, my favorite song in the entire movie came up to distract me. The Brownie song.
This brownie.
Jimmy, May, Sally, Jack, and Ralph.
For me a macaroon, my brownie suits me fine. There's frosting on the top, and best of all, it's mine. Eat the brownie, eat the brownie, eat the brownie, eat the brownie.
Let's go home.
Okay. I shimmer, electric. I'm a one-man.
Oh, man, the animation for this is so good. It kind of reminds me of The Nanny.
I mean, she had style, she had flair, and she was there.
That's how she became.
Until she became the nanny.
The nanny.
Mr. Sheffield, eat this brownie.
Brownies, eat the brownies. Eat the brownies, eat the brownies.
Yay!
Oh, man. This song will get stuck in my head if we keep talking about it all day.
This song already
Yeah, I
is
was
stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head since yesterday.
Also, he has sex with the brownie.
Yeah. I will not eat that brownie now that he's fucked it. Ugh. Ugh. There's too much going on in that brownie now.
Yeah, that brownie really is all yours, Jimmy.
Like, I'd have to rewatch.
I'm sure that is the best part.
I'd have to rewatch the original, but I highly doubt they brought in brownies for like the original Reefer Madness PSA.
No, basically they bring him back, and she shows up because he gets kidnapped, and then they have the struggle with the gun, and the gun goes off in the air, and she's like, I've been hit.
Oh, wow. That much goes on? Wow, that is like the longest bit without singing. No,
in the
you missed
original.
a song. Oh, in the original.
What if we just went back and watched the original and there was just an incredibly graphic half-hour-long scene of everyone fucking the brownies?
And then there's just 20 minutes of like two guys holding on to one gun going,
And we're just like, I don't remember that part.
And then there's just a girl in the background air humping a leg.
Yeah. I don't remember this Reefer Madness. I don't get it.
The original Reefer Madness is only an hour long.
Yeah, it's pretty
Only.
short. I was going to say it's pretty short, but I feel like I remember, again, I was high, but I remember feeling it was so long.
That is really long.
Right?
I didn't expect it to be more than like 15, 20 minutes. Maybe.
It should have been.
Wow.
Anyway.
What's
Good
the
for
next
them
track,
for
Lilypad?
being so, passionate.
Well, Scott Pocket, our next track is Little Mary Sunshine by Ralph and Mary.
Oh, this song is so good.
Jim's a rube, provincial and dull. Don't be tricked, he's strictly quadrilateral.
Jimmy's a boy, I'm ready for men. Let's go up and down and up and down and down again.
Mary Sunshine, you are ultra.
Yeah, this one was a pretty good one.
Shut up, bitch.
This song is so good.
I mean, she'll play with whips and nipple clips and candle wax.
Help, this crazy tomato's raping me. Which
I feel like this showed the world how goofy Kristen Bell is.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Again, I know we said her character is really fucking annoying, but it's probably because she just played it really well. Like, I'm sure her character's supposed to be fucking annoying.
Guys, Kristen Bell's a really good actress.
Turns out she ain't bad. I'll allow it.
She's forking great.
There's kind of like the little sort of, subtle undercurrent humor sort of thing of like, she suddenly turns into this dominatrix after one puff of weed, but it's very obvious at the same time. It's just like a very shallow put on at the same time. Like all this sexiness rings very much like I'm sexy too. I can be kinky. I own a black bra.
Oh, yeah, no. And that's kind of the funny thing. I never read Kristen Bell as that person, even in her other characters.
And I'm sure that was entirely intentional too.
Oh, probably.
No,
That's probably why she got
she's the
casted.
person who's goofy and nuts.
Yeah.
on Instagram for Mother's Day, she posted a photo of her basically butt-ass naked doing a handstand, and there was a heart over her butt.
Okay. Nice.
That's just what
I'd look at that.
She said, "Happy Mother's Day, everyone."
Happy Butt Day.
I'd look at that.
Yo, when is National Butt Day?
Every day is National Butt Day.
Thanks, Scott.
I can be kinky too. I once considered typing RedTube into Google search.
Next track.
After that, we got Mary's Death, Jimmy and Mary.
We are just like Romeo and Juliet. We're happy, young, and hemorrhaging blood. Did you get to read the ending? Was it perfect?
Yeah, this is fine.
Way to bring it down.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
We are just like.
Oh yeah, that was
a lot of coughing.
And hemorrhaging blood. No, I thought that was really funny. I thought
this was when
I did too.
She was like,
she gets
how
shot.
Does Romeo and Juliet end? And they were like,
you don't want to know how it really ends, because neither of them read the end. Oh yeah, and even you were like, wait, they never actually fucking finished the book, and I was like, no.
Did they not finish 9th grade?
No, because he started doing drugs and he got distracted.
I don't know. Have you ever read Shakespeare?
He didn't finish the book. He didn't finish the book. He didn't finish the book. He didn't get any dancing lessons. I don't think he got a whole lot out of this, guys.
Yeah. You know, this kind of just reminds me of like, how long? Like, what is the time period in which this takes place?
We don't know.
No, I mean, like,
we don't know.
What is the span?
It's a TARDIS.
I'm sorry. What is the span of
it's like
time?
Doctor Who logic.
Is this 2 weeks or is this like? 3
it's a week.
months?
It's only supposed to be a week.
But like, it reminds me of like fucking the Satan Seller, or like anybody who puts out books during the Satanic Panic, who was like, in 6 months I smoked a puff of weed and started doing heroin and then started recruiting people and raping
it all
them
happens
for
in the
Satan.
scope of
that's like that.
It all happens in the scope of one very weird day.
Yeah,
or like
what's his face? Is it Mike Warnke? Who is like
Mike Warnke? Yeah, Mark Warnke. Who wrote the Satan Seller?
He wrote Satan Seller. He's like, I went from a fucking loser to controlling 1,500 Satanists in 9 months.
And like, that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
It's like Perks of Being a Wallflower. Not that much is gonna fucking happen to any kid in like the span of 10 months. I don't fucking believe it.
I did like that book though.
I fucking hate that book. I'm
It's
sorry.
the best year of his life.
I will rage everywhere. That book is dumb as hell. Fight me.
Well, the guy who wrote that book and directed the movie made Dear Evan Hansen, which turned out to be the most offensive movie musical.
Oh boy! Speaking of actors who don't look like children playing children,
that was a big mistake.
Hello, kids. I am having a childhood.
Greetings,
like
fellow
to have
kids.
A childhood too?
Is this Dear Evan Hansen?
Yeah, so like they made that musical into a movie that was it just released or it's going to be released?
Yeah,
and they cast.
It came and went
like
because it
cast
tanked.
The dude that originated the role on Broadway to play the main role in the movie, but he'd aged like 10 years since he originated the role, and he was supposed to play a teenager, and he looks like a 35-year-old, like, I don't know, like pharmacist.
Hey guys, do you have any odd jobs that I can do? Next track.
I think I'm gonna have to take a second job.
I too am childhood. I am friend Evan.
Next track.
Next. Okay. Yep. Nope. Let's keep this on
This
track.
is the good track. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Scott's like, I'm chomping at the bit, bitches.
After that, we got Murder, Jimmy, Ralph, Mary, Satan, Sally, Jack, May, Zombies Ensemble.
Open the gate and abandon hope with the ghost of the days that I hooked on dope.
Now a seasoned check, and they all want the childhood's back.
Murder him.
Murder him. It's better than an exotic ensemble of white people.
I guess, sure.
I just like when they open up the basement, or Ralph opens the basement, just like Mary Sunshine's getting sodomized by Satan, like, and it really hurts to bend. But at least I made a friend.
I was here?
Did I black out for that part? I don't remember that.
I don't know. I mean, we weren't even drinking. We were stone cold sober watching this. I mean,
this one would have been my favorite if not for the Brownie song, because this feels like this movie musical's equivalent of, like, once again tying it back to Little Shop. This was
dinner time.
I was about to say this is their big mean green mother from outer space moment.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, this is a fucking this is probably my favorite track. I love this song.
It's so good. So good.
It's well written, like the ensemble's fantastic. The writing and the music is really good. It's just
and Weber shooting the Crypt Keeper so many times. He shoots and that doesn't kill him. Falling through and landing on the spike is what kills him.
But he's still like, it's like,
yeah, Ralph really didn't want to die.
That motherfucker, he could hold on forever. If it only wasn't for wings. Love wings.
Fucking love wings.
After that, we got a reprise of The Stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
With May.
I should show him the door. He treats me like a whore. I don't need Jack no more. Or the stuff.
Dumb slut. That was half a J of good moody you just wasted.
This one's fine. The reprise is fine. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I
think, I don't know. I love that she just rips his fucking heart out of his body and just holds it. And then, like, after she's like, oh, God, I'm holding it.
And she continues to be covered in blood for the entirety of the film.
Mr. President.
No one says a word.
Mr. President, there's a boy on death row that doesn't deserve to be there.
No, I want to listen to what this blood-covered crazy woman has to say.
I do love Alan Cumming playing FDR, though.
I love him making fun of Annie. He's like, a little girl told me the sun will come out tomorrow. I thought that was bullshit.
But her father was a billionaire, so I didn't want to say anything to upset him.
And what's our final track?
Our final track, I assume we're not counting all, like, the finales and reprises that come after that, right?
Right.
Our final track is Tell 'Em the Truth. May, Jimmy, Lecturers FDR, Mary, Jack, Sally, Ralph, and the Prisoner Ensemble.
Gotta tell 'em the truth, truth, everybody gotta know. Oh, just who we demonize.
What politics do you despise?
We're taking down the fingerprints of jazz musicians and immigrants. Trust us to tell them the truth, everybody gotta know.
I just love that he goes, I swear I will never smoke weed again. That's great. All right, your pardon.
I actually don't like the song.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I just
I
like
dumb.
when she
I feel
goes
like it's
to
a
heaven.
Very weak. It's a weekend song. Not a weekend song. It's a week ending song.
Week space ending song.
WEAK.
Like The Weeknd, the musician.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you. No, it's I just feel like out of all of the amazing songs that this musical does have, this is what you ended it on. Rip a fucking Roni. This sucks. This doesn't make me feel like, oh my God, I just got to the end of a journey. It makes me feel like, okay.
I used to hate this, but watching it again, what made me like it was when she gets to heaven and he's like, wait for me, I could get hit by a bus, and then you realize,
or
wait
get
a minute,
cancer,
yeah,
or AIDS.
Well, if you think about it, what will probably happen is he's probably going to end up in World War II.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like 1937.
But is it?
Yeah, actually, he could end up in Vietnam.
He could end up in Korea.
He's
we
fucked.
don't know.
He's fucked. This kid's fucked. So she should wait for him, because, I mean, he's probably got another 10 years best. At best. Fight me.
And that was Reefer Madness.
Yay!
Any takeaways before we get into our rating system?
It's a musical.
I hated it. I hate it.
I know you did.
I know you
I know you did, champ.
I know you
That
did.
is soda.
I got a soda.
I got a sody.
Unky Mo, the soda's too cold on my teeth.
Soda's too cold on your teeth, huh?
Too freaking bad. But yeah, so we have a rating system on this fine podcast. If it's a good movie musical, it's hell of a musical. If it's bad, hell is a musical. And if it's meh, Purgatory Pete's Razzmatazz Factory. So, Maggie, Ashleigh, what is your rating system for this? What do you rate this?
You can 100% guess what I'm rating this.
Hell of a musical. Okay, moving on.
I'm pretty sure Ashleigh is in the hell is a musical category. However, I will say a hell of a musical. I always liked Reefer Madness. I still do. While I do think there are some things that haven't aged well, I think they could easily be updated to satiate today's current socio-political climates. And yeah, it's still fun. And I enjoy the piss take. So I like it.
Lilz.
I also give it a hell of a musical for really a lot of the same reasons that Maggie did. And like I mentioned before, like I feel like this does a satirical musical a lot better than, you know, some other attempts that I've seen. And like the songs are really good and catchy. The acting is great. Alan Cumming is there. And that's enough for me.
I give this a hell of a musical also. So we have 3 hell of a musicals. We have 3 happy campers and 1 angry Stevie Nicks.
Don't fuck with an angry Stevie Nicks.
I know.
Accurate.
I know.
None of us
there
better.
You go
Lindsay
again,
Buckingham.
saying you want freedom.
Look, you can go your own way.
Go your own way?
Throw Lindsay Buckingham songs at me.
He's a real good guitarist.
Shut up.
So do you want to promote anything?
Yeah, I guess we have a podcast or some shit. We just actually talked about Stevie Nicks. You can find if you enjoy listening to us, Scott's dad, then you can go find more of our bullshit on Rock Candy Podcast. Every week we talk about a different musician or album,
something about music,
and we like to give you all history. It's Spoopy month. We just did
Smashing
Pumpkins, and then the month.
I love doing that.
I love Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, honestly, we had a lot of hot takes about Billy Corgan.
I love Smashing Pumpkins and dunking on Billy Corgan. So
Dunkin' Pumpkins.
I was quoting Bowfinger when she goes, "Oh, I love Smashing Pumpkins," and Steve Martin goes, "I love Smashing Pumpkins. I love doing that."
I've never seen that.
I don't know.
He said he loves Smashing Pumpkins, like actually picking up pumpkins.
No, I mean I got the joke, Scott. I just haven't seen the movie. Scott, I don't watch movies. Have you not known me long enough?
Clearly not.
What do you got going on, Lilz?
Jukebox Zeros is coming back this month at some point. Hopefully very soon. Hopefully by the time this episode drops. But yeah, look out for that. Otherwise, go check out the other Zero Science podcasts that we got on the Zero Science Network. Yeah. And Scott's podcast, Writer's Bagel Basket.
And I have a mini-series on Zero Science called
That's right.
When Scary Met Stabby. And
it's all about the spoopy films.
Yeah, Lilz was on. She did Friday the 13th.
Yep, that movie was dumb.
Yeah, it was. It's great. It's so great, but it's dumb.
Get ready
dumb
to
fun.
spoop your pants.
So what are we doing next month?
Next month, we are doing... One second.
Wait for it.
So suspenseful.
Next month, we are doing a classic, Singin' in the Rain.
I actually like that musical.
And Ashleigh will be back for that.
I can talk about that one.
I actually like
well,
that
you're
one.
not the guest. All right, moving on.
Ooh, it's fine.
So remember, just remember to just say no to drugs because it leads to swing dancing.
And butt sex.
Say no to musicals.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
She's not.
I can't add anything to that. How could I possibly follow that up?
With Lilz and Scott.
Zero Science.
Bye.